Hello and welcome to Teen Talk and Tips. This is episode 4. How do I connect with God in a loud world? In the last episode, we asked a big question. How do I discover my purpose? And we realized something powerful. That purpose isn't something you chase outside of yourself. It's something you uncover in relationship with the one who created you. Purpose is born from connection, a divine connection. But here's the challenge. How do you stay connected to God in a world that's so loud? How do you hear His voice when you're constantly surrounded by notifications, opinions, entertainment, pressure, and noise? Because the truth is, you can't walk in purpose if you are disconnected from the one who gives it. Not just surviving the noise, but finding sacred stillness in the middle of it. Learning how to build a quiet space for your soul. A place where you and God meet again and again, no matter what. Now, let's go deeper. There's a sound that doesn't make noise. It hums beneath the surface of your thoughts. It thrums through your phone, behind the videos, the notifications, the playlist in your ears. It's the hum of a world that never stops talking. And in the middle of all that noise, there's a whisper. Not loud, not forceful, but real, deep, holy. The whisper is calling you. You see, we were not designed for noise. We were designed for presence. Specifically, His presence, God's presence. But this generation, your generation, is surrounded. Your soul is constantly asked to pay attention. Every scroll, every ping, every piece of content is a pull on your mind, your heart, your focus. And here's what's scary. It's possible to be busy and empty at the same time. Possible to have thousands of followers and feel spiritually alone. Possible to laugh online and still be starving on the inside. You feel it, don't you? The ache, the more your soul craves. That sense that maybe, just maybe, there's someone trying to reach out to you, but your world is too loud to hear him. So now, how do you connect with God in all of this noise? Well, you stop. You set a time, you show up, and you listen for the whisper. This isn't about religion. It's not about checking off a box that says, I did my devotions today. This is about returning to the one who created you. To the one who waits in the silence, to the one who doesn't scream for your attention, but quietly aches for your nearness. God doesn't compete with the noise. He invites you into stillness, and stillness, of course, takes intentionality. You have to fight for a quiet place. You have to build a sacred rhythm, a time in your day where the world doesn't get access to you, where your phone is off, where your emotions don't get to dictate, where you come tired, messy, confused, anxious, and say, God, I am here. Now, even if you don't feel anything, even if you're not in the mood, even if yesterday's time felt really dry, still you come. Because love is not always about feeling, it's about showing up. It's really important that we know that quiet time is not about performance. It's about presence. It's not about long prayers or deep theological insights. Of course, all of these are important. But you see, the major thing is about returning again and again to the place where God meets you. And here's the secret. The power isn't in how long you stay. The power is in the fact that you keep coming back. Because consistency is the key. Now, let me speak to your soul for a moment. There will be mornings where you're too tired to speak. Show up anyway. There will be nights where your heart, or when your heart is numb. Show up anyway. There will also be days when you open your Bible and the words feel dry. Show up anyway. Because every time you come to meet God, even in weakness, even in silence, your spirit is being shaped, your heart is being softened, and your soul is being realigned to eternity. Picture this. You wake up, the world is still dark, you don't want to move, but you do. You find a spot, a small corner, a quiet chair. You bring your journal, you whisper a prayer, and heaven leans in towards you. Oh my goodness. Because your consistency is worship. Your quiet time becomes holy ground. Not because of what you do in it, but because of who meets you there. There is a holy rhythm forming in your life, and rhythms become rivers, and rivers reshape the soul. God doesn't need your perfection. He wants your presence. He honors your coming, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. So the question, how do I connect, or how do you connect with God in a loud world? Well, I'll tell you again. You make space, you build an altar, not with stones, but with minutes. You return to that altar every day and you wait, not for goosebumps, not for emotional highs, but for God. And in the waiting, something shifts, something happens to you. The noise doesn't stop, but it loses power. The world is still loud, but your spirit is no longer a slave to it. Because the more you meet with God, the more clearly you hear His whisper. And the whisper is enough to guide your whole life. So, now, let's have a challenge. I need you to pick a time. Make that time you pick a sacred one. Defend it. Return to it daily. Even when it is hard. Even when you're not in the mood. Especially then. Now, because your soul becomes what you consistently bring before God, and your connection to Him is strengthened every time you show up in the quiet. You want to connect with God in a loud world? Then quiet yourself. Quiet yourself. I repeat, quiet yourself. Make a date with your Creator. Let your routine become relationship. Let your silence become sanctuary. Let your faithfulness lead you into the sacred. Because the loud world can never drown out a soul that knows where to find God. Alright, this is Teen Talk and Tips. I'll see you in our next episode.